Welcome to introducing the Cloudline Model, the model that Quarto uses to describe the process and skills of dynamic lead creation in action. The purpose of this presentation is to help you become familiar with the Cloudline model, its language and format, help you understand how it works, and invite you to complete a personal exercise which we would like you to bring with you to the event. Before we start, here's a statistic to think about. It helps us to appreciate just how important the principles of the Cloudline are. Well, it turns out that in successful global sales organizations, over 70% of all new sales come from existing accounts. The Cloudline model was designed to illustrate the major components of the account management dynamic, and specifically to help our global clients to assess and improve their lead creation strategies, significantly improve both internal and client-facing communication and information gathering capability, and create a shared lead creation mindset between all internal client-facing and operational technical professionals. So imagine a high mountain. Imagine the view from the top. From this vantage point, above the clouds, you'll probably be able to see a very long way off into the distance. You may be well above the weather. The sun shines in a clear blue sky and it is silent and calm. Now imagine the view from midway up the mountain. When the clouds clear from time to time, you'll be able to see a reasonable distance, and you'll see more detail on the ground. But here you'll be affected by the weather as it changes from moment to moment, by the winds, the temperature and the rain. Now imagine the view right at the foot of the mountain. From this perspective you can see the ground very clearly indeed, but you'll not be able to see quite so clearly into the distance, where perspective and bad visibility will obscure the view. Let's take this simple image into the world of organisation, where we can describe an organisation as a triangle. In this version of the mountain image, the top of the triangle represents a long-range view and longer timescales, the more strategic levels of the organisation. Below the cloud line, where the organisation interfaces with the practical world, there is a much sharper focus on detail. This would correspond to the day-to-day operational world of production and delivery, with a focus on a shorter range view and shorter timescales. Without stretching the comparison too far, we can see that there is a real difference in the way that roles operate at both levels, and it's easy to see how priorities and expectations can be very different. So here we have a client organisation, and here's one of its supplier organisations with its large account managers and its operational professionals and teams operating both above and below the cloud line. The role of the large account manager interfaces with its strategic clients.